Alrighty, sir.
All right. Here to talk about media manipulation. As a child, when I was growing up, my mother always told me, say what you mean. And I took that to heart. We butted heads a couple times on subjects. And later, you realize that it's not exactly to be taken in the context of say what you mean. You have to, it's not what you say, but it's how you say. And media today is a major part of our culture, whether we're enjoying it for entertainment purposes or for more serious news, such as wars, natural disasters, or medical breakthroughs. I would presume that it's safe to say that we are a country that relies heavily on media to provide us with the things we need to know. But also with that comes the question, do we really rely on the sources' ideals that affect our judgment and cloud our thoughts on situations that require us as capable human beings to explore our own truths and come to our conclusions about the world we live in? And I'm going to read to you a couple definitions that I pulled from the textbook, Oral Communications, Chapter 2. Perception is more than seeing, because we have different experiences and expectations. We all perceive events and behaviors different. Perception affects how we encode and decode messages. Just a refresher, encoding is how you want to relay the message to the person you're talking to. Decoding is how you're going to take the message that's being given. Wikipedia defines media manipulation is an aspect of public relations in which partisans create an image or argument that favors their particular interests, such as tactics that may include the use of logical fallacies and propaganda techniques, and often involve the suppression of information or points of view by crowding them out, by inducing other people or groups of people to stop listening to certain arguments, or by simply diverting attention elsewhere. On Thursday, October 6th, I attended a fall speaker series in which the speaker was Melanie McAllister. She is an associate professor of American Studies, International Affairs, and Media and Public Affairs at George Washington University. She talked about American images on Muslims since 9/11, including perspectives from Arabs, Muslims. While she was speaking, she talked about moral geography, which is a vision in which the world is made up of two unequal halves, Occident and Orient. It's a perception of different cultures through a division of East and West. So all the cultures we have today and we think about today weren't thought of as individuals then. They were just thought of, this is Western civilization and this is Eastern civilization. She brought up examples of media that have portrayed the lives of Eastern culture. The Sheik, which starred Rudolph Valentino in 1921, was about a sheikh who, it was more to put us in perspective of what we thought a culture was like. It wasn't really like based on the movie. It was more like how we envisioned another culture based on the way they dressed, the tone of skin they had, the actor that we thought should portray this type of character. And it was just like, wow, like this is what we really think of somebody else, even though we don't really know them like that. And then we fast forward to The Kingdom, which starred Jamie Foxx. That came out in 2007, where now we're post 9/11, and we're starting to see more movies with guys that are playing terrorists, and you get this certain image of who terrorists are, and it's just a mess of like portraying a message to an audience who's susceptible to listening to what you're feeding them personally. And she also shared with us an author, Samuel Huntington, who wrote Clash of the Civilizations, 1997, who also viewed the world not as individuals, but grouped into seven civilizations as a whole. meaning once again, they didn't really have a difference in who you were just clumped into one group of people. In conclusion, media has more of a social responsibility to obtain than just reporting news stories. Everyday society is affected by these news reports, whether it's local, national, or international. Media sources have to take accountability for how people are portrayed, what words will be used, along with videos, pictures, etc. Media has the social perception to change the views and opinions of a lot of citizens. While not all media outlets practice manipulation of words and other content, the ones that have changed the lives of many people and will continue to as long as no one holds them accountable. Thank you.
There you go. Nice work.